Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to integrate via Zapier your InvestorPO CRM to Smarter Contact. Now, InvestorPO, it used to be called REIgnyte. It's now InvestorPO. It's the same company, realestateinvestor.com. So if you have this CRM, I'm going to show you how to easily integrate it with your Smarter Contact tool. So first, you'll obviously want to have a Zapier account. You want to go to Zapier. All you need is the free Zapier account. You don't need to purchase Zapier unless you end up, having a lot of different zaps within Zapier. But really, the free one allows you to have up to 5. You'll want to come to Zapier, go click Create Zap, and then the first one is for your first choose a trigger. It's going to be Smarter Contact. So just type in Smarter. And if you do look for it, make sure it's one word, not 2 words, or else it will not pop up. Click on Smarter Contact. Right away, there's only one trigger you can put at the moment. That's Export Contact Trigger. Click Continue. And then you'll want to click on this one to log in. So you'll click on the button, Add New Account. This box will appear to where it looks just like the Smarter Contact login that you see all the time. You'll want to put in your information there, and from there, it will then log you into your account. I'm already logged in, so I'm going to click on my account. Then you'll hit Continue. And then for title, you can put anything for your title. So for this, I'm going to put IPO for InvestorPO or actually I'm going to put SE to InvestorPO. Click on the outside, click the blue button, Continue. And then we're going to click on Test Trigger. And then what this does is it just pulls what we call dummy data. This is basically the same thing. It's a name, first name, a last name, information like a message, phone number, email, property address. It's just dummy data. And then you click Continue. And then from here, we obviously got to pick where we want it to go to. And so if this is the first time you're doing it for your InvestorPO CRM, you want to go to Resources, and you will find a resource that talks about your Zapier integration. And what you'll do is on this page, you click on the green button at the bottom. That will generate a API key. When you click the green button, this key will appear, and then you'll want to copy that because we will need this. So if you come back to Zapier, again, this is also by invitation, so I forgot to mention the first step actually is right here. The REignnyte Zapier app can be accessed, so you will want to click on this, which takes you to a landing page like this where it'll kind of open it up. But you'll need to click on this link first just because it'll find that zap for you. You cannot go in here and just type in InvestorPO. It won't appear unless you actually come through here first. Click on the link. It's kind of like a invitation only. So if you have an account, you come here, click through the link, then the InvestorPO zap will appear in your Zapier account so you can click on it. Super simple. We'll click on that. Action. We're going to go down and you will pretty much click on Create an Update Lead with Phone Number. Click Continue. And then from here, same process, Add New Account. This box will appear. And then you'll see this API key. So remember, if we go back here, like I said, you'll want to copy and paste that key. And then you paste it here. Now I've already done it, so I don't need to do that. So I can just go and click on my account, click Continue. And then here, this is where we have to match the fields. So basically we just start from the top. So you have first name, click on that, and then it gives us options. Right here, as we can see, it's showing us the data that is coming from Smarter Contact. So we need to basically tell the system where we want it to go. So all these fields right here, these are the fields that are going to be in your InvestorPO software or CRM. So obviously I can see first name, so I got to find first name and just click on that. Last name, same thing, I'm going to look for last name. Company, don't need to show company. Title, not so much. Address, click on here. Let's look for the address, property address right there. We got landline and phone. So we have both. It tells you landline and cell phone. But obviously in Smarter Contact you only have the cell phone. So basically you just put the cell phone in both spots. That's what I do, because you can see here it says required. So InvestorPO forces you to put a number in the landline section, but I would also put the cell phone in the cell phone section just so you don't get confused inside your CRM, thinking that it's a landline when it's actually a cell phone. So we got phone right there. And then let's click on phone again. And then email. Let's go and look for the email. Motivational level, this is up to you. You can put hot, warm, neutral. I kind of leave it as is just because everybody's different. If you are only zapping over hot leads from Smarter Contact, then what you can do is come in here and click level hot, level 1 hot. However, if you're the type of person that if they are hot, warm, or kind of a neutral lead, but you still want to push them over into your CRM, I would kind of just leave it blank or just put neutral. So that way you don't get confused inside your CRM if it's a hot, neutral, or warm type of lead. And then message right here, this is where you would put message content. This is where your text message content is coming from. And then of course you can, you would put messages content, and it'll actually have the text message conversation zap over. Intake channel, I would leave that blank. Lead status, you could probably put qualified, because obviously you're only going to be pushing over qualified leads. Websites you can leave blank. Opt out you can leave blank. Add to follow-up message, this is up to you and how you have your CRM set up. InvestorPO has different automations you can obviously create, and that obviously you can create a follow-up sequence in your CRM just like most CRMs, where it's a text, RVM, or an email. So let's say you zap over a lead, you can have it zapped over and trigger a certain follow-up campaign. The same goes for create task here at the bottom. Let's say you can create automated task. So if you zap over a lead, it will automatically create a task to that lead card in your CRM, and of course that task can be follow up with a lead today, tomorrow, or at this time or within an hour. But kind of going back up here, we see this little box that says notes. This is where you can really put whatever, but you can put multiple fields of data in there. So obviously in Smarter Contact, like if we come back over here, remember we have all this information on the right side that we can fill out. So what you can do is, if you do ask those types of questions in your text messages, like if you ask about the AC, the bath, how many beds, the garage, if you know what list, if you want to put in the notes what list it actually came from, pool, rent, roof, the square footage, the asking price, what campaigns. So for me, let's just say I want in the notes section to tell me so I can see which list and which campaign this lead actually came from, or just other notes that I actually have saved over here from bottom right there. So you can not put anything if you want. You can put in one thing, you can put in multiple things, and it will zap it all over. Let's see here. In like the Zillow estimate, let's say I wanted to zap over the Zillow estimate for me. And then for this part right here, tracking info, to be honest, I'm not quite sure why InvestorPO has that required. So I just kind of put first name just to meet the requirements. And then for this one right here, add to follow-up message, InvestorPO does require. If you see this little orange text or red text that says required, you do have to put something. But for this one, add to follow-up message, you can just click no if you don't want it to. And then again, then the blue button will highlight and will allow you to click continue. Once you click continue, as you can see here, we have the dummy data that we see right there. You'll want to go down and click on test and review and just give it a few seconds, and it'll tell you, see just now, we see a test lead was sent to InvestorPO just now. It says test was successful and it goes green. So if you see this, that means that the integration is successful and good and it works. If it doesn't work, it will tell you. It will be red and it'll say you're missing a few pieces, or there could be a glitch. And in that case, I would just basically kind of restart and see what could have happened that made you miss the integration. So what we can do is come over here to REignite or InvestorPO. I'm going to click refresh. Let's see here. Well, all right, as we can see that the lead popped up here, and a blower, that was the dummy data that was over here. If you want to continue to retest it, make sure you actually delete the contact within your CRM, because if you come back here and hit retest action or retest again, well, because it's the same name, first name, last name, email, and phone number, your CRM won't make duplicates. It'll just recognize that that contact's already in here and it won't do anything. So that is basically it. And then once you come back to Zapier, come here in the top left and make sure you tag or label your Zapier connection properly. So I can put SC for Smart Contact to IPO, or you can put, new lead, and then basically come down here, make sure you turn on the Zap. A lot of people make that mistake. They do it, but then they forget to hit the turn the Zap button on. Give it a few seconds. All right, once you hit the button, it will turn green right here in the top right corner where it says on. Usually if there's an error, it will say so. You can see right here on the right hand side there's a little bit of tabs. You can see an errors tab. It will pop up and let you know. If you do see an errors tab, all it could be is just the connection between one of the tools, and all you have to do is just log out and log back in. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. Just remember those steps. Watch this video over again. Make sure that you have every single field filled out, and that way all of your leads will be zapped over here in your CRM, so that way you can follow up with them properly.